Hello, people. Happy New Year. Hey. Had to do my little clap. We made it, guys. Happy New Year. It is 2020. Oh my gosh. That just sounds crazy. Like 2020, like that just sounds so futuristic. It's a whole new, not only a whole new year, obviously, but like a whole new decade, a new era. Like, I remember just being younger and thinking of what the future would be like. Obviously, didn't think it would be like how it is now, but I mean, like 2020, like, man, we made it, guys. If you're watching this video, you made it to 2020. Today is January 2nd, and I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling motivated. I'm feeling just really, really good. I've been looking forward to this year for several months now. And I'm like, why not hit the ground running? So I'm posting this YouTube video today, and I'm going to be more consistent with the videos. I think I did a pretty good job, seeing that I just started YouTube like 6 months ago. Whoa, today makes 6 months since I posted my first video. Like, didn't even think about that. But yeah, so I mean, that's not very long, but I mean, why not, make this improvement this year? So as you can see, like I already have like my brows done, and I had to lay my edges, but I don't have on any makeup today because this video today is not about makeup. Today's video is going to be kind of like a New Year resolution / reflection type of video. So I decided in 2020 I'm going to incorporate more videos that are not just about makeup, because I know that not everybody who follows me on my social media accounts are interested in makeup, and that's fine. Not everybody wears it. Even some people who subscribe to me probably don't even wear makeup like that. Like, they probably just want to support me, which is great. So I'm like, why not start making videos that like everybody can watch? Although makeup will still be like a focal point, it's not ever going to go away because that's what I'm interested in. But I want to do things that would, bring more users to my account besides people who are interested in beauty. So I'm going to start doing things like more topics to talk about. I'm going to still do like product reviews and tutorials, but I want to do maybe like some challenges or do some collabs. I have a few people in mind that I want to do collaboration videos with this year, so stay tuned for that. If you guys have ideas, leave them in the comments like right now. That way I can put them on my list, because I got like a whole list of stuff that I want to do, but there's probably so many things that I haven't even thought of. Maybe you guys can help me. So yes, that being said, today's video is going to be just talking about like the new year, reflecting on, life, and just, I'm going to make this as quick as I can just because I don't want to just talk you guys' ears to death. But basically, I'm just going to show you, how you can get motivated and get organized in this new year. I got a couple tools to help you guys. So while you're watching this though, if you haven't already, I need you to hit that subscribe button. I'm sure you already are, but just in case, go on ahead and hit that, and hit the like button and whatever else. Leave some comments as well. I want us to interact with each other and just really just take this channel to another level. So let's get started. One thing that I definitely have been doing, obviously it's only January 2nd, so the year just started, but I definitely have been reflecting on how the last year went and really how the last decade went. Everybody has been posting like their decade challenge pictures and things like that. I didn't post a picture from me 10 years ago. I mean, I was in high school, and that's actually kind of funny because 10 years ago, I was only 17. So I was actually in a whole different part of life at that time. Like, I literally was a teenager. I was a cheerleader, and that's all I cared about was school, cheerleading, my little friends, and that's it. Like, my mindset was not where it is now. So yeah, I was a junior in high school 10 years ago. Yeah, so clearly I've grown a lot since then. It's not really too much else to say about that. I don't really feel like posting a picture because I feel like a lot of the people that follow me, they already know that I cheered in high school. So it's like, And I honestly, I look the exact same that I did. So, I mean, if you really want to know what I looked like 10 years ago, you can literally go to my Instagram and like scroll back, because I have like throwback pictures on there, like of me cheering. Maybe one day I'll post them on here, but like, you know, you can always just follow me at Hollywood92. I'll post the link. And you can just go look at my pictures there, but that's not what we're here for. So, anyways, so 2019, gosh, I don't know if I feel like it wasn't just me. I feel like a lot of people had a very challenging 2019. I don't know if it was something like in the energy. I don't know what it was, but I mean, like, we had a lot of deaths. Not like me personally, but like a lot of deaths. Just a lot of bad things going on, a lot of weird stuff, a lot of shifts, I think that's how you say it, going on. Like, it just seems to me like it was kind of challenging. I've only heard like maybe like 2 people say that they had a great 2019. 2 people, you guys, and I follow like hundreds of people online. So that just goes to show you, like, I don't know, it might have just been something going on. But what's weird is everybody is so optimistic for the new year. And I know, like, people say like that's how it is at the beginning of the year in January. Everybody's motivated and excited for the new year, and then people are like, eventually that'll wear off. I don't think so. I think that with 2020 being a new era, I think that people are legitimately motivated and excited and just hopeful for this year. And if you think about it, if you ever have had a rough year, whether it was last year or 5 years ago, whatever, if you ever just think about things that you went through, a new year is like something to look forward to. It's kind of like a reset, because people act like, oh, well, you shouldn't wait till the new year to try and do stuff. Man, that's the perfect time to try and do stuff, because that gives you a starting point, and then it gives you all the way till December 31st to kind of look and see like what you accomplished, what you didn't accomplish. Like, I have been making New Year's resolutions since I was in college. When I was in high school, I actually thought it was kind of silly, because I'm just like, you know, I'm not really changing, blah, blah, blah. But obviously I was a child, and I didn't realize that in life you do have to change, and you do have to make goals for yourself, and you do have to grow up. And so I think it's important, you know, every year to kind of reflect on what you didn't accomplish, kind of, you know, reevaluate what you want to accomplish. And it may be something totally different that what you wanted to do a year ago versus what you want to do now. Like, I know me a year ago, I had YouTube in my head, but I didn't think I would have actually started on it in 2019. So that's why I say, like, it's important to really reflect. And you don't have to just do New Year's resolutions at January 1st. You can do them in the summer, you can do them in the spring, the fall, whenever you feel like you need a change in your life. That's the perfect time. So don't let anybody tell you that New Year's resolutions are silly. Don't let them tell you that you're wasting your time, or they're gonna stay the same, y'all ain't changing. That negativity, that's what we're not doing in 2020. We're not doing that, because we're not going to discourage people from wanting to do better. We're not going to discourage people from wanting to travel more, or to save more money, or to lose weight, or to, you know, do what it is that they've been wanting to do. Why would you even want to be negative like that? Like, now it's different when somebody says the same thing over and over and they're not making any changes, but I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with you. So yeah, that being said, like, the past decade, like, I feel like I accomplished some things. You know, I graduated high school. Ooh, this year makes 9 years that I graduated high school. I'm old. Reunion is next year. And then I graduated college. And just a couple little things in between there, you know, good and bad things that happen. I definitely thought that I 10 years ago, if you had asked me what I thought life would be like in 2020, I thought I would be either married or had kids or both. At this point, I don't have either. But maybe by the end of the next decade, I will have that. I mean, I'm only 27, so I definitely am still in my prime years, so I'm not really tripping off of that. But I definitely got to travel a little bit, but I definitely want to do more of that. But overall, like, the past decade was actually really fun for me, and I think because I started the decade as a teenager, and now I'm 27. Those are like the fun years. Like, you know, like the last couple of years of high school were super fun. College, I definitely had fun. And then, you know, just becoming an adult and learning all the adult lessons and all the things that you need, you know, when you get on your own. And I think this has been the most challenging yet, how do I say, informative years. Like, these are the years that you just really develop who you are. Like, everybody makes it seem like when you get to 30 or 40 you're old. Like, no, like these are just the years that you learn. Like, we ain't even got started yet. So I mean, overall, I definitely enjoyed the past decade, even though there were some rough years in between. But overall, like, hey, I wouldn't change anything. So yeah, that was the last 10 years in 2019. But now let's talk about the new year. So now I kind of want to talk about like 2020 and what that kind of means for me. Like, I think 2020 and on, like this next decade, these are definitely kind of more like the foundation type of years. Like, you know, I kind of been just growing and learning and really, you know, just trying to figure out like what life is about. And I'm still trying to really figure that out. I haven't gotten it all figured out yet of, you know, what my purpose is and everything. But I think that these will be the years that I kind of really establish myself and, you know, really reach those monumental type of goals, like, you know, getting married, having a child, owning a home or a condo, whatever, maybe moving to a different city. Yeah, those are some of the big things that I would like to accomplish in the next decade. However, for this year, you know, I definitely want to make more money. That's obviously at the top. Save more. I've already written out like a little, I won't say it's a budget, but I've already kind of like written out like what I want to save for. And I already have it in my head how much I want to put away, like, you know, each month or each week, whatever. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I already know what I want to put away. I actually already have some things that I'm trying to save up for. I won't go into detail what those things are because I don't want to jinx myself. Like, you know how when you talk about something and then it don't come true, like you be like, dang, like I jinxed myself. So yeah, just know that I'm saving up for some things. I definitely want to travel more because last year I only took like a couple road trips, but this year I want to go somewhere that I haven't been before. By my birthday, which is in October, I want to have a passport because I need to see what the world is like. So yes. So overall, oh, and obviously I want to grow my channel. So making money, traveling, growing my channel. I want to get some things done around my apartment, like maybe decorate more, adding a couple more furniture pieces, you know, little stuff like that. But really, and just overall bettering my health. I told you guys in the last video that I was in the hospital like a little over a month ago. I actually went to the doctor today and they said everything has been looking good with me. So yes, starting off the year healthy, and your girl has lost some weight. So I'm actually like, I'm almost like 10 pounds smaller than I was in November, which is kind of crazy because I haven't even been to the gym since November, but whatever, we just gonna go with it. So being healthy is definitely a goal. But I don't want to sit here and bore you guys with my little list because although I did make a whole entire list of things that I want to accomplish, this is like my little notebook where I write down, like I kind of brainstorm. I call it my brainstorming notebook because if I just need to get some thoughts out about some things, I write them down. I'm really big about writing stuff down. And I'm going to get more into that as well to help you guys. So I just don't want to bore you guys. So I'm just going to give you guys some tools and some words of encouragement and things that you guys can use. So that being said, I have this little dry erase board. If you guys don't own one of these, you should definitely get one. At first I was just using this kind of just as like a thing that I use on my refrigerator. I tend to do this like when I need to write down like a grocery shopping list or whatever, but I'm like, I'm gonna use this for this video today. So I was listening to this podcast and they had a discussion, about the new year. And what they were talking about in the podcast is just like, what are some words that can describe 2020 and what you want it to be? And how, also they talked about like, not only just having goals, but kind of just like, organize them a little bit. So like, some things that I want you guys to think about and myself for 2020 is like, these are some big words that I want you to think about. Mental, like mentally, like, are you, going through it? How can you improve your mental health? I'm not an expert on mental health, by the way, but like definitely improving your mental health. So whether that's going to therapy, I haven't been to therapy, but maybe that's something that I'll consider this year. And you don't have to have a mental illness to go to therapy, like anybody can go. But definitely, taking care of my mental health, whether that's taking a day off, to kind of just relax, not really stress or thinking about anything, praying, meditating. I know a lot of people are into meditation. I pray, write things down, like have a journal, definitely just getting those thoughts out, venting, talking to people more. Like, do you have somebody that you can confide in, things like that. So mentally, we want to be better because there's so much going on in the world, and between world issues, our personal lives, social media, like mentally, we are boggling our minds. And it's just, sometimes you kind of need to unplug, not only unplug, but you really just need to just take care of yourself. Another thing, spiritual, like I kind of just mentioned in the point before, like, if you're, a Christian or whatever it is, like, getting closer to God and maybe getting involved in your church or whatever it is, like, that should definitely be something. Or like I said, maybe you meditate, listen to some music or something that calms your spirit and just really just helps you, get closer with God, if that's what you believe in. Physical, obviously, I already mentioned, I already went to the doctor, second day of the year, and I already went to the doctor. But, it's hard to eat right, y'all. I know it is, because I know I don't eat right all the time. As a matter of fact, I had Popeyes for lunch, and it was good. But, but that doesn't mean, just eat crazy every day, because I definitely don't. I went to the grocery store and I got some things. So even though I did eat Popeyes for lunch, I got some groceries for stuff I can cook. So, definitely try to eat more at home. If you can't, eat too healthy, at least try to cook. And maybe doing more physical fitness activities, like get a gym membership. I know everybody says that's cliche for the new year, but why wouldn't you want to, get better? So yeah, and maybe you're already in shape. Maybe you already know about this stuff. Financially, obviously, I said that I want to save more. I feel like everybody should be saving. But at the same time, let me not say that. Maybe you already are good with your money, but I definitely feel like you don't want to get to the point where you're a workaholic and you don't have anything that you're working towards. But that doesn't mean just blow your money, if that makes sense. Like, so yeah, have a little savings, but at the same time, be smart about what you're spending. And that doesn't mean, never treat yourself or never go anywhere. Like, obviously, take that trip, go do a little shopping for yourself, get your nails done, your hair done, whatever, but just don't go crazy. So financially, we definitely want to be better this year. And relational, I definitely want to improve relationships with people, like hanging out with friends more. Last year, I was kind of a homebody. Like, I went to go eat with people, and like I said, I went on a road trip. But I definitely want to maybe have more people over at my place, or like, go more places. Like, I don't want to always be a homebody. Sometimes it's kind of a mental thing, and sometimes I just want to just be at home. But I definitely this year want to get out of my shell more. Another thing that I kind of did was just wrote down some more 2020 words. Sorry if it's hard to read, but some words that I think will describe this year is ambitious. I definitely want to be more driven and ambitious this year. Like last year, I kind of had some lazy moments, and it happens. Everybody gets lazy, but I definitely need to be more ambitious this year. So working harder, whether that be working harder at the job I have now or getting a new job. Adventurous. So trying something new. Like I said, I want to go somewhere that I've never been before. Um, you know, do something that's out of your comfort zone, basically. And confidence. I definitely want to be more confident. So, like, with that being said, like, with my channel, I definitely want to, do things outside of my normal routine of what I do on YouTube, and, just be more bold with interacting with others and collaborating with others. So, and just not being afraid to do things. I think sometimes we're scared of how people will react, and that's why we don't do things. We just be like, well, I don't know, blah, 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 blah. No, it's 2020. Get it together. So another word that I chose for this year was to heal. Like this year, we don't want to dwell on 2019 sorrows forever. We don't want to dwell on what happened in 2018 or even before that. So, I saw somebody on Facebook today, and it was a quote. I'm sure it wasn't something they said, but they said, "This year I pray that you get the healing from something that you never got an apology for." I can't remember the exact wording, but basically they just said, heal from the things that happened to you, even if somebody didn't apologize to you. Because sometimes we tend to dwell on things because that person didn't apologize or they did us wrong. And that's how I was feeling like all last year. Like I felt like I was done wrong. So I'm like, oh no, we need revenge, blah, blah. No, let it go, let that hurt go and move on. And, like I said, whether you got to go to therapy, whether you just need to just talk to somebody, whether you just need to pray about it, we are healing, mentally, physically, emotionally. We want this to be a good year. We don't want anything that happened before to hold us back. So whether you got to cut off that friend, whether you got to cut off that dude or woman that's been holding you back, or that's been causing you stress and heartache, or even if it's a family member that you just can't seem to get along with, allow yourself to heal from that. Motivating, obviously I want to stay motivated. I don't want to just be motivated just this month because it's January. Like I need to push myself to stay motivated and find things, to keep me inspired throughout the year. So whether that be, watching some videos that somebody else may have posted, or, listening to somebody who's successful, like, find ways to keep yourself motivated. Intentional. That's a word that you guys may have heard. Like be intentional about what you do. Like don't just be out here just surviving and just living to just live. Like have a purpose, like have a meaning with the things that you want to do. Like, think about your long-term and short-term goals, and, be mindful and be purposeful. And last but not least, I put prosperous. I just want everybody to just prosper and, really whatever it is that you're wanting to do, whether it's going back to school, whether it's starting a business, whether it's growing your families, taking better care of yourself or your home, getting a new car, a new job, whatever it is that you're putting your mind to. Like prosperous is what I feel like this year will be, So sorry that I talked so much about those words. Now I'm just going to give you guys a few tools that you can use to help you stay organized in the new year. So I'm just going to show you guys a couple of the things that I use to help me keep myself organized. So the other day I got this big 2020 calendar. I've already started writing in it. Like, hold on, I'll show you guys what it looks like. You can put like your little emergency contacts in it and stuff. Don't need y'all seeing who my contacts are. But I've already started writing. Look, I write down when my stuff is due. So rent due the 1st. I already paid that though. I had a doctor's appointment. Remember when it's payday, you know, things like that. Write people's birthdays down, you know, so you can get them a little gift, or you know, just things that you want to have accomplished. Write it in your calendar. Another thing that I can show you guys, it's really simple. It's just this notebook. It was just so cute though, because it's glittery, and I just love glitter and gold. So it's just a plain little notebook. But like I was saying earlier, you know, if you have to write things down, sometimes writing things down really helps you to accomplish your goals more. Like, I feel like when I make to-do list, or when I make kind of like a New Year's resolution list, whatever, like, I feel like I'm more likely to achieve those goals. Because when you just have things in your head, you can easily forget them, or you can just decide, I don't really want to do it. But when you write it down, you're kind of motivated. You're like, okay, you know, I can do this. So, and also it's kind of like speaking things into existence. And that's another thing that I wanted to do more of this year, is like speak things out loud, speak them into the world, you know, because then you're more likely really to achieve it. And, you know, if you believe in God, you know, God knows the desires of your heart, and all you got to do is just ask. And not saying we just get whatever we want when we want it, but I feel like when you speak it out loud or you write it down, you're more likely to accomplish it. So overall, you guys, I want you guys all to have a blessed year. I have a good feeling about this year, and I just want you to just stay optimistic and, you know, stay genuine. You know, don't let anybody discourage you or deter you, or don't let little petty things get to you. I know it's easier said than done, and you're going to have those bad days, but, you know, just keep your head up. And I hope, you know, that you guys will continue to support my channel. Like I said, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and hopefully you guys will see me every single week. My goal is to post a video either once a week or every other week. Depends on how tired I am from work. So yes, I will see you guys later. Happy New Year.